Well, there are patterns that are much more obviously negative, okay? So it's not just that that was the best way for mom to love dad and it's not the best way for me to love Ronnie. There are things that are not the best way to love anybody, okay? So patterns of criticism tend to get passed on in generations. It's the culture of a family sometimes to make judgments about other people or to want to shape each other up with criticism. And you just breathe that in and it's a cancer. That really tears down relationships. It certainly destroys that, the atmosphere of being in love that is so potent and so helpful for communication is also so fragile and can be destroyed with that. There are patterns of venting anger that you can pick up from family of origin. There are also unmet needs in yourself. Maybe a dad that didn't tell you he loved you or things like that where you can unwittingly have unrealistic expectations for the other. So the whole point is freedom. That's the word I started with. That's the reason we look at it, to be free of it, to be free to love the other.
What we run into most frequently, we've experienced this in our own life, but with working with other couples too, kind of not exactly roles, but attitudes about what's right for men and for women and how they interact with one another. And the most classic ones are that the man sees himself as the financial provider for the family. And so he throws himself into work. He's doing exactly what his dad did, and he thinks he's doing what he's supposed to do. The wife often will focus her attention on the children and become absorbed in motherhood, which is a beautiful, wonderful thing, but it can lead them apart. It can lead them into separate worlds. And that is not helpful for their marriage relationship. They're both doing exactly what was modeled for them in their family of origin. It seems so right, it seems so normal, but the end result is distance and loneliness and alienation.
Now in the States, really more currently, the younger generation are throwing off those ideas of roles. And we have very creative, job sharing and dual career or stay-at-home dad sorts of things.
Shared household chores,
right.
This is more common today than it was when we were growing up.
So you would think, well then, I wasn't influenced by my formation, I'm perfectly fine. But see, they still breathed in the attitudes. And so if there was an attitude in the home that mother knows best about the children or about health or what you should eat or how you should dress and all that, you breathe that in. So whether you're going to the corporate office as a CEO or you're staying home, you've got that attitude and you picked it up from your family of origin. So you still want to be free of it.
Do you worry about that wire on Kathy? Are you picking that up when she...